so that I can get into sort of the gist of what I've got to do on and off for the next couple of months. It's sort of just going to be a gaming roundup stuff because I'm still trying to recover from the wrestling that I went to, which I guess I'll be talking about in the week. In probably multiple parts rather than just giving you everything. So, at least on the games front, if that's what you're here for. So, certain point last weekend, like plus 7 days ago, as of the 4th of September, when this is being recorded and going up, hopefully if it gets over in time. PUBG actually had more concurrent players than Dota 2 did, so it's been pretty successful. I will say, we also had the news that Nintendo are closing off the Miiverse, at least at the minute in Japan. No word on what effects there'll be in terms of the European and American stuff, but it'll probably come eventually, I would say, arguably. Some more PUBG stuff. Brendan Green, the creative mind behind the concept of the game, has basically confirmed that the size of their desert map will be 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers, so it'll be the same size of the map that everybody plays on now, the Erangel, I don't know how you pronounce it. So, rather than being a small map, like it was originally reported to be, which is 4 by 4 kilometers square, they're doing it 8 by 8 instead. So they are filling up and everything. GTA Online, I guess, to possibly respond to this, added customizable aircrafts through their new DLC stuff, or GT. Well, not really DLC, but new content that was added anyway, which includes a battleground or similar to battleground mode, which is sandbox survival named Motor War. So certainly a very sort of similar style in terms of that stuff. CEX suffered a security breach that affected a load of people, including me. Well, maybe including me. I'm guessing it probably did do it because I do have a CEX account. So if you haven't checked your emails yet, go to it and change your passwords if need be, because people might have your details, and that's never normally good. Games Done Quick raised somewhere in the region of, you get the accurate numbers, around $225,000 for I think the charity that they quickly found was the Houston Food Bank. So they'll be getting all the proceeds from that. Now, the fact that they were putting sort of testers and feelers out earlier on last week, like Monday, Tuesday, as to what would your interest be? Would you donate? Would you contribute? Or don't you think it's a good idea? And most people were like, I'm interested, or I donate outright. So they put it together. Very short notice. The submissions were very short notice as well, and raised a heck of a lot of money. So, congrats to them for the organisation on such short notice and raising. Congrats to the donors as well for raising so much money for the food bank. Because they did try and go for a local charity, which obviously, in most cases, was hard because the flooding has obviously affected a lot of that area. Capcom are re-releasing Street Fighter 2 on a Super Nintendo cart. Except there is a warning on it saying if you do put it in your console may catch fire. Why didn't they say that the last time? I'm a little concerned. They have announced for the latest list of PS Plus games coming this week. So, I mean, you might have just about enough time to pick up the previous ones that are getting removed. But at least, from what I can tell, being added to the European stuff, the two games are Infamous Second Son and Child of Light, both very good. That's You is still staying on as a bonus title, I think, at least for this month, possibly October. But they're now adding Riggs, the PSVR game, as well. Mainly because all the developers behind that don't exist anymore because it got shut down because it flopped. What do you expect for a piece of hardware that is as much as it is that there isn't really some sort of killer app on for it yet? Also, there's a handball game and a truck racer game for PS3 coming on, and We Are Doomed and Hackable Boyfriend for PS Vita. However, they are PS4 cross-buy as well. So basically, if you haven't picked up that SKU yet with your PS Plus stuff, you're going to be getting 6 PS4 titles. Okay, Riggs is PSVR necessary, but if you do manage to get one when they eventually get cheaper, let's hope, you're going to have 6 PS4 games out of that list, which I think is pretty solid, arguably. Also, Windjammers is getting really good reviews as well. The review embargo for Destiny 2 is, I guess, lifting in the next few hours. Otherwise, you know, well, I guess it's coming out, I think, the 6th worldwide, so Wednesday, so I guess the review embargo will be tomorrow. Bloody Sega, Sega didn't intend to reveal it, but it basically got worked out when it came out on Steam over the last couple of days, that the reason why Sonic Mania was delayed on Steam was because it's got the Denuvo DRM, which most people see as a problem, because obviously if you're not online, which, you know, not everybody has got great internet coverage, you wouldn't be able to play it, and you lose your progress immediately. Apparently an offline play bug has been patched, and they're adding a Denuvo warning. Of course, the thing is with Denuvo, as soon as the Denuvo stuff gets hacked, the Denuvo stuff gets removed. And with most games, that takes a few days to a week. So why add it in the first place? Just saying. Sonic Forces has a November release date. We found this out through the... I think it was the trailer for the Nintendo stuff, but they have confirmed it isn't just Nintendo, even though the only place that we saw it was the Nintendo sort of press conference stuff. It is coming out for Xbox One and PS4 as well. Interestingly, if you pre-order it, which you shouldn't, they are trying to hook you, at least with the PS4 edition, as a controller skin, as well as some art cards, and a Sega Atlas Pack starter, so you can skin your characters like a Super Monkey Ball Monkey, or a Puyo Puyo Girl, or the character from Knights, or basically the Persona 5 sort of cat deal or whatever, and also Jet Set Radio sort of skins. And pre-ordering it also, pre-ordering it gets you also the Shadow costume for the hero character. I don't know what that is. Don't pre-order. It will come out eventually. After being on consoles for a bit, Dino Dini's Kick-Off Revival, which has been well received, will be coming to Steam in the next few days. Destiny 2 has revealed that Raids will be going live a week after launch, so it's Wednesday the 13th, sort of around, I think, noon Eastern time. And then Trials, whatever that is, because there is no proper reveal yet, that'll be coming out on the Friday, the 15th, so, you know, very soon after, so we'll have to see what that is all about. Dead Rising 4 is no longer going to be a Xbox console exclusive. December 4th, pretty much a year, give or take a day, from the Xbox One release of it. It's going to be coming to PS4 in the terms of, in the basis of Dead Rising 4, Frank's big package, you see, because dicks. So it's basically the definitive edition with all the DLC included, including the crazy golf deal and everything that's with it. Shadow of War. So, yet more stuff with this. So, one of the developers, the exec producer at Monolith, Michael Forgy, died from a brain tumour last year at the age of only 43 years old. And basically he'll be a character by the title of Fourth Nog Orc Slayer, which is going to be a DLC, which is I think £4, $5, whatever, which will show up occasionally to basically one-hit kill whatever enemy you're up against and whatever. And it looks pretty interesting. From that reveal, they said that Warner Brothers will be donating $3.50 of every purchase, or I guess regional equivalent, or at least that's what they were saying. We'll get to that in a minute. $3.50 will be going to the family directly for the next, I think, 2 years. Through to the end of December 2019. Which is a nice little thing. Until you look at the small print and all the big details. Well, first of all, $3.50, where's the other money going to? Some believe it's either going to Warner Brothers, some believe it's actually covering the costs of actually putting this DLC up on PS4 and Xbox Marketplace and Steam. Which is pretty shady in itself. However, people have noted that if you look at the small print of what it says at the bottom, the money will be going in most US states. If you live in Alabama, Hawaii, Illinois, Massachusetts, Mississippi, and South Carolina, all the money basically goes to Warner Brothers because of, I guess, because they aren't registered as a charity, they can't take the money in any shape or form. And, of course, that also means it only applies to America except those 6 states. So 44 states are okay. The rest of the world, if you're buying the character, the money isn't going to the family as much as it, you know, thinks that you might be if you don't read the small print. So, for this video, just like I know many people have when they've talked about this content, I'm going to be putting the link to the 4G's family's own youcaring.com page. And if you want to donate there and actually, you know, help out their family, if you were going to buy the DLC, feel free to do so. And also in nice little nods, Sonic Mania actually contains a tribute to a hacker that died 4 or 5 years ago. Polygon Jim was a member of the hacking community that died in a car crash at the age of only 21, and was known for the Motobug the Badnik hack in the first game, in which Sonic is replaced by Motobug, which is one of Dr. Robotnik's baddies and the first enemy that you encounter in Sonic that you go. So the developers placed Jimmy, named after the late Polygon Jim, in the Lava Reef Zone as part of the Heavy Rider fight. And just like in the Motobug hack, Jimmy actually jumps. So again, basically the guy that was the main creative guy behind creating Sonic Mania is acknowledging that as well, which I really think is a nice touch. It's weird. Sega's doing, I mean, apart from the Denuvo rubbish, he's really doing nice stuff. Well, sorry, they're doing really nice stuff, and I guess sort of Sonic is? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe? I don't know why I keep saying that. I guess I just do. So, and I think that's everything. Nothing major's at least happening. Not much is coming out of the US because it's obviously laboured over there. So if you're in America and you're watching this, hope you're having a good Labor Day. I don't know, festival, day off, whichever. As I say, there'll be some wrestling content from me in this sort of form coming later in the week. And the gaming stuff, I mean, hopefully there'll be some topics that I can talk about a little more in depth coming up over this week. Given how PAX is sort of winding up and everything, and obviously I'm gearing towards going to the EGX convention, which has a lot of games to play, but not that huge amount of stuff of news. That'll obviously be content that I can do that week. But, as I say, with PAX, the next real big show that is going to get a lot of attention, I think, is like mid-October for Paris Games Week, because Sony are going to be doing a stream from that, I believe, at least. I'm not sure whether there's going to be anything else from Microsoft or anything. But either way, hopefully we can get some good stories to be broken and everything. So, I guess I'll be seeing you in the next video.